Nobody in the league wants to hear how comfortable you think you are after 2 padded practices, man. Like, I don't know. I get confused at times. I mean, we won 13 games. I'm like, what are we talking about? I mean, here's the thing. Swagoo's going to give him love because they share a college. They share an alma mater, right? So you're going to tell me how good he is, how everybody loves him. I'm going to tell you this. If Swagoo was playing, he'd have put that thing up in his locker bulletin board material and been like, hey, when I put this 330 on your body, when I'm hitting you and taking you to the ground, you ain't gonna be nearly as comfortable. I don't want to hear about anybody being comfortable until we do something. All right, we didn't have an off season. We didn't have a real preseason. We're talking about how. Of course you're comfortable. You've been on Zoom calls, dog. Let's get to some ball before we talk about how comfortable we are. Play football before we start talking about comfort.
Swagoo, that's your guy. What do you think?
Damn, Jeff, get a man a break, man. Give him a second to get his wits about him. This is his first pad in practice. He's trying to figure out what the hell going on. I was looking at camp practice. They sending blitzes at him. He running for his life. They do red zone. He only complete like 3 passes. Give him a second. He's comfortable. He's trying to tell everybody he's comfortable. But now, on a serious note, Jeff is absolutely right. The looks, the different things you going to get compared to what you got at LSU to right now is going to be completely different. But here's the thing, Jeff, and this is the thing I want people to understand. This is Joe Burrow's mentality. He's not going to change. He's not going to waver from that. He's still a guy that only threw 16 touchdowns his first year with LSU to breaking every record in college the second year. Still that same confidence and moxie. And if you're going to have a guy that supposedly be your franchise leader, the guy that's going to take you into the future to really give you an opportunity to win, this is exactly what you want him to say. His mindset, his mentality is what you want. Jeff can relate to this. He played with one of the greatest ever. There's a sly arrogance about the really good ones.
Yeah.
It's a sly arrogance about the guys, not off-putting, not a guy that's going to make you, have all of these headlines about, the things that he's saying and doing. But there is this quiet confidence, this arrogance, whatever you want to call it, that Joe Burrow has.
Yeah.
His teammates took him off the field when he was at LSU and they beat Alabama, and he said, we're not done yet. And you start thinking about all of the transitions that's been made throughout this offseason. What rookie would you want to be your quarterback outside of Joe Burrow based on everything that led up to a pandemic and the draft and all of these things? He's missing 3 of his receivers. He got A.J. Green with a hamstring, T. Higgins with a hamstring, and John Ross is obviously tending to his family back home. But Joe Burrow is confident, but with a caveat to what Jeff said.
Go ahead.
It ain't 310, 330-pound guys coming after you. It ain't blitzes coming from everywhere. When you get on that football field, it look like 1,000 bees that been released, and you ain't got enough beekeepers to lock them up, G. So he gonna find out how confident he is once the game starts late in September.
Go ahead, Schefter.
Jeff, I understand exactly what you're saying, and it's a well-taken point. But what do you want Joe Burrow to say? Boy, I don't get it during training camp. I'm a little unsettled by what's coming out. This is exactly who he is, and you want to hear that. Swagoo's right, and I think that confidence helped vault him into the #1 pick, and I think that confidence in swagger is going to make him a highly successful NFL quarterback.
All right, so we shall see what the #1 pick has in store less than 4 weeks away from the start of the season. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.